this video of our multi-video seller series, we shall look at preparing a home for sale. The preparation process is twofold. Not only does the homeowner need to make sure that the home looks appealing for the photography session and for subsequent viewings, but the homeowner also needs to ensure that the home will stand up well to an inspection ordered by the buyer and an appraisal ordered by the buyer's lender once the home is under contract. Here are items to bear in mind when preparing a home for sale. Our 15 points shall cover inspection type items first and then move on to more cosmetic and aesthetic items. Number 1. Having the home inspected. The best way to try to make sure that problems will be few when a buyer has the inspection is for the homeowner to have a professional home inspection completed prior to listing the home for sale. Then the seller is able to have the appropriate contractors or perhaps just a repair person tackle the repair list that follows from the inspection. This will not mean that there will be no issues on the buyer's inspection report, as it could be that an item or two may be missed in the homeowner's inspection, but it definitely will reduce the number of repairs that come up in the second inspection. If the homeowner does not wish to perform some or any of the inspection repairs, having an inspection ahead of placing the home on the market will at least prepare the homeowner in advance for what is likely to come up in the buyer's inspection and pinpoint the issues for which the buyer may wish to have a monetary credit after the buyer's inspection. Knowing ahead of time can take some of the sting out of the situation.
Number 2. Appraisal issues. Even if a buyer is prepared to accept the home in its as-is condition following the buyer's inspection, the appraiser ordered by the buyer's lender may have a different attitude towards some of the issues and highlight those as needing to be addressed by the homeowner prior to closing, or the buyer will not be able to obtain his or her financing. Issues which may come up in an appraisal report as requiring attention prior to closing are often the roof and air conditioner, since the appraiser knows that those will be large ticket items for the buyer to repair post-closing.
Number 3. FHA and VA Loans. FHA and VA loans are both government loans and have more stringent appraisal guidelines than conventional loans. For example, these loan programs will require a homeowner to repair any wood rot visible on the home, the premise being that wood rot attracts insect life, especially termite activity, and these loan programs wish to protect the home buyer from any such future infestations. If there is extensive wood rot on the property which the seller does not either have the funds or inclination to correct prior to placing the home on the market, then the home has to be advertised as not being available to buyers using an FHA or VA loan.
Number 4. Roof condition. A very important point of note is that a roof may prove problematic when the buyer is trying to obtain homeowner's insurance coverage from the day of closing if the roof is not seen to have at least 3 years of useful life remaining. Therefore, even if a buyer is content to accept a roof as it is, and it is a cash purchase with no appraiser involved commenting on the roof condition, if the buyer cannot obtain homeowner's insurance at closing, the buyer may decide not to move forward with the purchase. All that said, a watertight roof with no visible damage and at least 3 years of useful life left is truly the order of the day when selling a home.
Number 5. Exterior paint. If exterior paint leaves a chalky film on the hand when touched, then the home exterior is ready for a repaint. This is because the rain will wash away paint when in that condition and expose the home to the elements. Paint needs to act as a waterproof barrier. On average, a home requires to be repainted on the exterior every 10 years, though some community HOAs may have a 7-year stipulation. Checking the condition of the exterior paint in this fashion in advance of listing is recommended.
Number 6. Safe, sound and secure. Home inspectors use the guidelines of safe, sound and secure when inspecting a home. A homeowner looking to place their home on the market would be well advised to also look at their home through the eyes of an inspector to make sure that the home is indeed safe, sound and secure, with all working components working correctly before taking the step of placing the home on the market. It would be sad indeed if something so simple to remedy as a non-working light bulb was to end up on the inspection report repair list.
Number 7. Appliances. Appliances such as the refrigerator, stove, microwave, dishwasher, garbage disposal and water heater are customarily sold with the home, so a homeowner should make sure these are all in working order. A homeowner often elects to take the washer and dryer with them, but if they are being included in the sale, they again need to be operational. Appliances will be inspected during the buyer's inspection.
Having covered inspection type points, here are 8 cosmetic or aesthetic type points to also consider.
Number 1. Decluttering. Clutter has got to be the most frequent cosmetic problem we come across, so we are going to elaborate greatly on this topic. The majority of homeowners hold on to possessions once they no longer have any use, purely for sentimental reasons or just in case they should need the item at some future point in time. Decluttering is important as cluttered homes feel claustrophobic and make the home look a lot smaller than it is in actuality. Decluttering a home can make it feel far more inviting and roomy and more like the coveted and much loved builder's model. 1 or 2 large decorative accents are preferable to a host of smaller ornaments. The same applies to personal photographs and wall pictures. Refrigerator magnets or other items taped to the refrigerator need to be removed to give it a sleek look. Kitchen and bathroom countertops should only have a minimum of objects on them to provide a more spacious feel. Kitchen gadgets and bathroom toiletries need to be stored inside the cabinets. It goes without saying that beds need to be made up neatly with bedspreads and matching pillows. If a homeowner cannot be parted from their clutter and there is not enough room to hide it away in boxes in the closets or the garage, then the homeowner may be well advised to consider boxing up all these treasures and placing them in temporary storage during the selling process and removing them from storage once in a new home. Excess furniture and broken furniture pieces also do not enhance the appearance of a home and should join the superfluous possessions in either the garage or a storage unit.
Number 2. Interior paint. Chipped, peeling or dirty paintwork will not be highlighted in an inspection report, but it can be a big deterrent to a prospective buyer who does not wish to have to perform a complete paint job on moving into the home. The same can be said for very bright or extreme color schemes. It will behoove a seller to repaint areas inside the home as appropriate using paint colors that are more neutral or in fashion at the time.
Number 3. Carpets. Worn or dirty carpets will also not be highlighted in an inspection report unless they are so worn as to be deemed a trip hazard. However, carpets which cannot be cleaned to look acceptable can again be a major deterrent to a prospective buyer not wishing to have to spend out money and have the inconvenience of changing flooring after closing. A homeowner may be well advised to replace damaged or heavily soiled carpeting, and this can usually be done at not too great an expense using one of the larger hardware stores for both the carpet purchase and the installation.
Number 4. Professional cleaning. Having mentioned soiled carpets, it is also very important to make sure that the remainder of the home is in a clean and presentable condition. We recommend having a professional clean done to make sure the home shows at its best for the photography session, and then to keep on top of the cleaning and tidying to make sure that the home is in pristine condition for subsequent viewings. The closer the home looks to a new home, the better.
Number 5. Pets. Pet odors sometimes can be unnoticeable to the homeowner because they have become accustomed to smelling them and now no longer even notice. These, however, can be very off-putting to a prospective buyer, especially if it is a buyer who has no pets of their own and perhaps also has an allergy to cat and dog dander. It is a good idea to place dog beds, cat litter trays, cat stands and pet toys in the garage for the duration of the showing and to make sure that there are nice smelling air deodorizers scattered throughout the home. Leaving dogs loose in the home or a barking dog in a dog crate inside the home during showings can prove very disconcerting and sometimes frightening to the prospective buyer, so it is a good idea to remove dogs from the home for showings. Please do not place pets in the garage during showings, as in Florida's usually very warm weather, the heat in a garage can be overpowering to the animal, as well as preventing a prospective buyer from being able to look at the garage.
Number 6. Smoking. Cigarette odour is also very off-putting to a prospective buyer, especially as many buyers are not smokers themselves. If there is a cigarette odour present in the home, it would be wise to hire a professional deodorizing company to remove this and then to make sure to always smoke outdoors.
Number 7. Kitchens and bathrooms. We do not recommend that a homeowner performs major remodeling such as replacing kitchens and bathrooms. In general, unless the kitchen and bathrooms are in an appalling condition, we do not recommend a complete replacement, as this can be very costly, a cost that usually is not then recouped in the sales price. Cabinets and countertops can generally be resurfaced at a much lesser cost, and baths and sinks can often be reglazed.
Number 8. Curb appeal. Whilst working on indoor preparations, it is also important to consider the appearance of the home's exterior and to make sure that the home has what we term in real estate jargon, curb appeal. Hedges need to be trimmed, planters need to be weeded, and lawns need to be cut regularly and treated with weed killer and fertilizer. If the landscaping lacks colour, it is advisable to purchase a few colourful plants to add more colour and interest. Potted flowering plants may be used to enhance the appearance of porches and pool decks. Paths and driveways need to be clean, as do doors and windows. If the home has a pool, that needs to be sparkling clean and inviting with clean pool furniture arranged in an orderly manner.
Should you wish to receive a multi-page brochure on preparing your home for sale, then send us an email and we'll be sure to send one over.
Thanks for watching, and make sure to check out the rest of the videos in this seller series.